Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you stopping in. We appreciate you logging in. We have a very special guest with us. We'd like to welcome AvisCherie. It's going to be a great segment, something you don't want to miss.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Great. So we just have a few questions inquiring minds wants to know. Just start off, just give us your feedback and your opinion and let us know who you are. Okay? So we're going to begin with the first question. In 5 words, tell us who is AvisCherie.
A God-fearing woman, a wife, a mother, and a servant leader, and a healer.
Great. Awesome. That's awesome. What do you consider are your biggest accomplishments that you already done in life?
I consider beating the odds of being a teen mom and raising my 4 children the best of my ability, and appreciating the people that came along on that journey with me to support me, and never quitting despite the odds and the things that were stacked against me. Never quitting and never letting it be an option to quit. Those are my biggest accomplishments, continuing until I leave here.
Okay, that's great. What is your background and expertise?
I started out in nursing when I was pregnant as a teen with my first child. Then I switched over to criminal justice, and then I did major in psychology and mental health, and I did a minor in human services, and I started my PhD. So my expertise is a transformational mindset healer. I coach wounds to wins by having the unique ability to see the end of people's ails, things that hurt us, afflict them, and be able to transform the situation in their mind so that they can overcome and win against all odds. I think with my expertise, for one, my education is the backdrop of my experience. My experience has allowed me to live above things that I've seen in front of me. It allowed me to overcome things that I thought held me back. And as a result, it cultivated my gift to allow me to speak into the lives of others, transform their mindset to start to heal the places that they thought was wounding them and keeping them bound, so that they can transform and elevate into their purpose and their call and their gifts in this life. That's how I coach. That's how I am a raw accountability partner. What makes me an expert, in my opinion, is not only my educational and professional background, but as I go through life inspiring people, allowing God to utilize my gifts, is one thing to coach people along and not have a manuscript or not have lived through anything, not have overcome anything, or even given a testimony. For me, I do transformational mindset healing because you have to transform your thoughts about the things that has happened to you, the wounds, in order for you to win, the things that you have to overcome, and you have to get courage. So I always say I'm a sideline cheerleader, but I know how to cheer. I know how to see the vision at the end, and I know how to get in between and be a raw accountability partner, telling you the truth. You know, people need truth tellers in their life, more so now than anything, because it's not about what you see, it's how you live through it, how you come out, and how you help others.
Awesome. Who's your targeted audience?
Obviously, I like to deal with young teen mothers and even fathers, young adults, young parents, domestic abuse survivors, survivors of life, period. That is my target audience. It's very broad. If I wanted to narrow in, I like to deal with the young adults because sometimes they don't think things are achievable because they hear from us as if we've already arrived. But a lot of times things that held us back in my age group are the things that are left unresolved. So I like to show them the transparency of coming back to them and saying, just because of what we look like now and how we sound and how we talk, doesn't mean we haven't been through the journey of where you are. And some of us are still stuck. And it's not a lot of us that's going to come back and tell you how to become unstuck. So my genre is reaching the people that feel like they're breaking at every point, and I want them to know that they're unbreakable.
Okay, great. what makes you different from all the other so-called transformational coaches and motivational speakers? What makes you different and set apart?
I have a diverse background. I have a unique and eclectic lifestyle that have allowed me to run into a lot of different people, cultures. I love culture diversity. I love learning about other races and how people think, and I love different groups. I don't classify or box myself in. And the most important thing in that, I can be my transparent self. I get a joy in telling the truth about myself and the things that I've witnessed. And I think for me, that's first and foremost, and that establishes trust in any relationship that you're working with people, and they can rely upon that. And my ethics, my code of ethics for myself is, to me, impeccable.
What are three of your strengths and three of your weaknesses?
Determined, empathetic, and solid. My weaknesses, things I think I need to improve on at this point is consistency. Learning how to promote myself is a weakness for me. Sometimes worrying about being too much for people because I feel like they don't understand. So my weakness is always not even second guessing it, but like just wondering how it's going to be perceived. That's a weakness. Getting stuck there, wondering how it's going to look. How can you be so multi-gifted, multi-talented, or skillful? People sometimes, think you're doing too much, and it's just not that. So that becomes a weakness because you stay there overthinking things too much. So that's probably my weakness, overthinking.
What's next for AvisCherie?
Well, AvisCherie is dropping her next installment of the Price of Evolution series, book 2, which is Wounds to Wins, Predestined for Greatness. Highly anticipated book. Along with that, I'm dropping the children's book I did for the COVID-19 pandemic, the little kids telling their side of the story. I'm also launching my Wounds to Win transformational mindset healing coaching program this year. So that's going to go along with the drop of the book, as well as hopefully my husband and I start doing more audiobooks in an AvisCherie publishing entity and producing and engineering things like that for other people. And I hope to be on someone's set sometime soon, speaking about mental health and stress among African American women.
So you have your own publishing company?
Yes. AvisCherie Publishing owns the copyrights to everything that I do, as well as anybody that works along with us as far as books, audiobooks. We're also doing voiceovers with the engineering. Anything drafting books, we have our own publishing house.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So anyone that has a desire or felt led to write a book, you can help them with that process.
Yes. We have enough information to start to help somebody bring it to life. We have enough in-house that we can help publish it, teach you how to publish, be a self-publisher, what platforms to use, and things like that. We have a business entity as well, as we teach how to start the formation of your businesses.
If someone is interested in looking you up for your services, how would they be able to contact you?
For the AvisCherie Publishing,
correct.
It's www.avischerie.me. We also own and operate a spa, Madame Couture Spa. We opened this year, 2021. And that goes against everything everybody says, opening in the midst of a pandemic. We're learning how to expand in different areas, our brand, and different revenues of income and sources of income. And we're also teachers and leaders in it.
What services do you render at your day spa?
Right now we do body contouring, butt lift enhancements. We also do wood therapy massage. We also do 2 different infrared saunas for weight loss, for afflictions with your body, muscle spasms. People that can't get the massage, they either sit down sauna or they sit in the infrared lay down sauna. We have also foot soak and scrub. We have our own Madame Couture organic products for your body. And we look forward to hiring more staff to do massage, lashes, and more cosmetic things in the near future. For Madame Couture Day Spa, it's in Delaware. You can go to www.madamecouture.com. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm learning a lot from the young and the old and trying to find my lane to continue to be prosperous in our family and leave a legacy and have them have a multiple choices to choose from. Yeah, I think that's it for right now. And we have of course, we have our ministries. We've been operating since 2014.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, one last question. And so we'll complete our segment. Who do you look up to? One. Secondly, who would you like to collab and work with?
Oof, gosh. Uh, I look up to TD Jakes. I love TD Jakes. I've been a follower and a member of TD Jakes forever. I love his inspiration. I love his heart. I love his leadership. I would love to collab with Sarah Jakes Roberts. I would love to collab with First Lady Sarita. But I just love to collab with someone with passion who goes beyond just saying they lift each other up, but actually leaves no one behind. I don't know if it's any one person. I have bear witness to that, doing it like that. And I'm asking God to show me or use me. God reminds you to remain humble and remain steadfast and clear and focused, because what you think you look up to is the wrong thing, or is not what you should be looking up to. So always look up to him first. He'll lead you to who you need to be connected to and not looking up to, because it becomes idolatry at that point. So I had a collaboration that I did, and it allowed me to see different things in business, in this thing of this speaking business, this author business, this coaching business. When you look up and be like, oh, I want to get to this platform, and you're actually in that arena at that table, you perceive before you got there, there's going to be a certain way, that other people are going to be like-minded and going to leave no one behind and mean what they say with a passion and conviction, because you see them on the stages. But I always tell people, and I had to be reminded humbly myself, be careful with people that build their own stage versus God leading them and being spirit-led to be on a platform that God placed you in, or in a situation that God placed you in. You could tell them by trying their spirit. It's business. The door is closed for some people, and the other people, it feels like you're drawn. It's magnetic. It's a joy for them to be there. It's a joy for them to wrap around. It's a joy for them to leave no one behind. It's not a task. So you don't feel nervous about approaching them. You don't feel nervous about wanting to reach out and interact with them and do more things, because they're giving of themselves because God gave it to them freely. And they know that. So it's the heart of the man and the woman that's most important.
It's understandable. I get it. Well, AvisCherie, we thank you for coming through, stopping by, sharing your outlook and your spoken words about yourself, or who you are, because it's very important for everyone to know what you do, how you do it, who you are, what you can offer. It's very important. We thank you for stopping through. We will definitely support you.
Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
You.